Start with that to show that we've got this eye wall closing in. Feeder bands, already the first tornado warnings that we'd had today. That's just kind of a general view. Got those wave heights, knowing that the storm surge is just the beginning of some of the worst to move in, and those tropical storm force winds that'll be with us here too. They'll be here before too long. Here's a look at the tropical storm force wind swath. It's going to be coming in 3 o'clock. Some of the strongest winds will be starting to arrive through the afternoon, evening hours. Let's see the track. If we can head over to our other source behind the scenes, I appreciate you switching with us to everybody. Latest track here still maintains current winds 90 miles per hour. Speed has picked up 16 miles per hour. Barometric pressure, I believe that's actually maintained if it's not gone up since the last hour. So we know that wind shear coming into play, picking up speed. This is now pushing it on shore. Earlier arrival time potential. This still shows National Hurricane Center by about 7 o'clock, but to me it looks like it could be a little farther inland. The current track still has this going over Morgan City, Donaldsonville, Gonzales, Livingston, Greensburg. That still looks to be a good track. This is just west of New Orleans in between us and Baton Rouge. Some of the strongest winds to be had, Terrebonne Parish and Lafourche Parish, even Tangipahoa, you're going to find strong winds in right in between St. James Parish too. Lutcher, Gramercy, looking at Houma, you're looking at Thibodaux, all those communities, strongest winds through the afternoon, evening hours, you're going to find them here too. Let's go ahead and find what we've got in the forecast for us. And as we look ahead, and we've got a number of watches and warnings that are still in play here for us, but we'll go back and switch sources here for us real quick. There's the wind swath once again, as I mentioned, that the landfall coming in a little bit sooner. This shows 3 o'clock, and it's almost right on the doorstep there, Vermilion Bay. And there's going to be Morgan City right in through it. Here's Grand Isle, here's Houma, Thibodaux, Lafitte. The worst part of the winds will usually be found just on the eye wall side to north and east, where you get all the translational speed from the movement of the system itself and the strong winds and the inflow coming to it too. So 5 o'clock, Thibodaux to Houma, you could be experiencing some of the strongest winds. Raceland, Schriever in here too, Bourg. We get up to 7, and we're starting to really ramp up the winds here in New Orleans. This is going to be an evening and nighttime event for New Orleans. We look at the North Shore. You're also starting to ramp up winds by this time. Tropical storm force winds shown with our guide here are all in yellow. I don't want to see any category 1s or 2s, and the good news with it is I really don't see a lot of that, but then strong tropical storm force winds. This is going to be on the order of near 70 mile per hour winds still. At 75, we of course go to Cat 1 status. Here's 9 o'clock, the center of the system projected by this outlook just west of New Orleans, just southwest of Covington, North Shore, right over Gonzales, Davidsonville. There's right over Livingston, and it looks to be that might, by this forecast, just touch into Tangipahoa Parish to a meet, Kentwood, and maybe Osika right on the border by about 2 a.m. in the overnight and early morning hours for us. So there is a lot going on at just the beginning stages. Back to Doppler radar once again, just to show that our WDSU first warning weather Doppler radar is going to be giving us a really, really good view of these first feeder bands heading on shore at this time. Going to really watch closely each one of these embedded cells from Cutoff, Grand Isle, New Orleans to Boothville for us. Remember, we're just getting these outer bands with the center of the storm still southwest offshore. Estimations from our rulers and distance calculators at about 75 miles per hour. So speed at about 16, distance at about 75. That's putting it at right about 5 hours to make landfall. So that is going to be a little while from now, standing at 1:15. 6:15 this evening, maybe landfall, so somewhere in the evening hours if it doesn't pick up speed from here. Heavier downpours now reaching the North Shore. You can see even as we get to the coast in Hancock County, Mississippi. Bay St. Louis to Waveland, head over Pearl River. Slidell, you got moderate rain, pockets of heavier rain headed in. Most movement here northwest. Mandeville got some decent downpours in Covington. Light rain right now, but that is quickly going to transition as these cells make their way through. Speaking of the individual cells, when we go back over the past hour, these 1, 2, and 3 were the particular cells where a tornado warning came out a little bit earlier from the National Weather Service, which is why we're going to probably start with coverage at this time that will just be going on straight and through it to that point. Feeder bands from Grand Isle, Golden Meadow to Cutoff here as well. What are we looking at for alerts where we stand? At one point, hurricane watch still in effect for the New Orleans metro, but the hurricane force winds are the hurricane warnings, which are from Baton Rouge, St. James Parish, Lafourche, Terrebonne Parish, and even southern Jefferson Parish that extends south. The tropical storm warning, that is in effect for the entire North Shore, points east, the city, and lower Plaquemines here too. You should expect winds that will be the fiercest and strongest in hurricane status under the hurricane warning. Tropical storm force winds that still could have gusts. They're getting close to hurricane status, and 75 miles per hour. But all the data I've been pointing over, a good wind swath here, 30 to 50 in the city, wind gusts to 60 and 70, not out of the question here too. This is another good view here of our wind swath and wind field. This is sustained winds averaged over a minute, and that's tropical storm winds. I was just mentioning those wind gusts potential that could be at near the force of a hurricane. And those are actually hurricane winds. So again, they're average wind speeds for 1 minute. Tropical storm, hurricane, gusts in between is the way to put the map. So the timing of this arrival by 3 o'clock, we're really starting to put in the fiercest winds in towards near, looks to be Vermilion Bay. It looks to be Atchafalaya Bay. We're into Terrebonne Parish. Winds ramping up in the city and right during the evening hours. So we're ramping up from around 3 to 6. Strongest wind fields will be from about 6 to 9, especially through the city, points west, Thibodaux, St. James Parish, and north. And then as we go into Tangipahoa Parish, you're looking more overnight hours where you've got the core of the strongest winds that'll be through. We're still hanging on to tropical storm winds into early morning hours Thursday. Not until daybreak do we start to let up those winds around the city, but we still have some strong winds that are still over the North Shore in points beyond here too. So we know right now, going back and resetting, if we can go back to that track and one more computer change for us, and we'll send it back and get more coverage on the news desk. Hurricane Francine 1 o'clock update. Movement picked up at 16 miles per hour. Winds now up to 90 miles per hour. Pressure still standing at 976. And there's the landfall projection by this evening at 7 by about 90 mile per hour winds. This could happen as we just showed and went through with the data. Might be a little bit sooner from there too. Right now, no more alerts that stand. We do have a tornado watch that's just been issued till 11 o'clock for everybody in southeast Louisiana. That'll wrap up our 1 o'clock update, and we're going to get more here with Randy and Morgan at the news desk here right now.
All right, thank you so much.